As promised, some Southern League baseball to begin today's episode. Montgomery Biscuits hosting the Rocket City Trash Pandas. There's a reason we are here. Well, Ty Cummings is actually a very good opponent for this Rocket City Trash Panda team, but doesn't have a lot of luck here in this first inning. There's a hit, and then Lazaro Montez coming up and gapping a double over the wall, an automatic double for him, his 7th of the season. Xavier Isaac, another big prospect that was picked up in that big fire sale by the Angels before they moved. That's another automatic double now. Francisco Renteria would have liked to see him get a hit, but he gets a strikeout, and then Benito Velasquez just reaching out wildly. He's the second out. Gabriel Davalillo, he is going to be out as well. Ground ball to the shortstop. But this is who we came to see. Douglas Finnegan. 6-7, a 3.35 ERA, and a 1.36 whip. So, rather mediocre. But we're going to see if he does any better under some control here. Unfortunately, Montez doesn't want to give him any help defensively to make a catch for him. Here's Jace Young. He takes it out to left. That one's caught. So Finnegan gets one away in the bottom of the first. Here's Grant McCray. He swings and misses at a fastball. And then Drew Avens with a ground ball to first. And that'll end the first inning. 2-0 Trash Pandas on top to start this game. And Ryan Nicholson back at the plate in the top half of the second with one away. And there's another one. He'll be 2 away. 2 out. Lazaro Montez swings and misses. That takes us through the middle of the second inning, where Tatum Levens comes up, and this should be a double play to end the second, and it is. Great defensive play for the Trash Pandas. It's a 2-0 lead. Here's Tatum Levens again in the bottom half of the fifth. He goes down, and then Sterling Thompson with a little dribbler down the third. He's out. 2 gone. Still got a runner in scoring position. It's Buddy Kennedy. He has been getting the bat on the ball today, but that one's caught at the wall to end the fifth. Here's Lazaro Montez in the seventh. That one's caught. Rocket City up 4-0. Isaac is jammed, and that gets over the third baseman's head. They're going to bring him around, and crossing the plate is Miller. Francisco Renteria goes down swinging, though. And that takes us to the bottom of the seventh with the Trash Pandas up 5-0. Finnegan still pitching in the bottom of the eighth inning. It's a ground ball over to third, but no throw on to first. Caught him a little off guard. Here's Drew Avens lifting one to left, and that one is caught. That'll end the eighth. Colson Lawrence. Now, this is where it gets scary. Now, he actually has a pretty good ERA. He's been simming a lot better than he's been playing in games, I'll tell you that. He gets a strikeout there. And then Jalen Battles going to go down on a fly ball, but Slater DeBrun is going to get the best of Colson Lawrence. A bomb out to right field. There's a solo jack for the Biscuits. His third of the year, 408 feet. Solid. Here's Tatum Levens, though, and that should be the final out of the game, and it will be. Rocket City Trash Pandas get the win 5-1. Douglas Finnegan improves to 7-7. Ty Cummings down to 4-5. So, here at episode 4 of the Scorpions, again, we want to get to the end of the season here. This should be the final episode of the season. Heading into the offseason, we're going to see if the Trash Pandas have what it takes. Can they bring our organization any honor this year? Now, we've played against Connor McCullough before, but not with Tyler Bremner. Tyler Bremner is the, I guess, topmost prospect of the Angels. He is the incumbent, and he is just not having a great top half of the second. There's the first run coming across. Peyton Graham with the RBI. Gabriel Rodriguez back to the pitcher, going for the double play to get out of it, and he does. So Bremner was looking very deeply in trouble. He's looking in trouble here in the top of the sixth. Gets the force out, but gives up the run. Now Michael Turner, he's been a problem against us this season. The 5-hole hitter has been very good. He hit a homer against us in a previous game, and there he is going to get a 2 RBI double. 16th double of the year for him. Here's Peyton Graham. He's got 24 doubles on the season that just flashed up. He's going to give the out to get the run. It is 5-1 Barons. Unfortunately for Bremner, this has not been an inning for him, and it will continue to not be as Tres Gonzalez does it again. Another jack over the wall. He did it to us before. Now he has 6 jacks on the year. I think he hit his 3rd against us in the last one. Here's Danny Turner. We're going to bring him in. We just got him in trade, if you remember well. And Danny Turner gives up a run early. It is 7-1. Not very good against the Barons in this one. Eloy Jimenez even getting hits, and we held him in check the last time we saw these Barons. 8-1. Here's Jace Ibuprofen. He's the one that just strikes out. Cool. Can we have him up every time? Ryan Nicholson with a hit, and that's going to score a run. So 8-2. Nice for Ryan Nicholson. It'll end up being 8-3, and Danny Turner still in the game at the top of the 9th, trying to get out of this crazy jam. And Maui Ahuna says good night, Danny Turner. Aloha, baby. He is gone. Grand salami. 7th homer of the year for Ahuna, 419 feet. And Danny Turner stays in, gets a strikeout. That's about the best good thing we can show for him, as Connor McCullough is now 10-9. Tyler Bremner goes down to 6-7. Not a great start from Bremner. He had it going for a little bit, but he got in way too much trouble. Here's Mikey Escalona, you know, that guy that always blows games. He's on the hill with 1 away against Maui Ahuna. He strikes him out. That is huge. But still 2 on, 2 out. Drew Romo at the plate. And Mikey Escalona is actually going to close a game out. Rocket City Trash Pandas get a 3-2 win. Mikey has 32 saves on the year. I don't know where they came from. Seems like every other game we're seeing him screw up. The Knoxville Smokies are the last team on our schedule, and with 6 games left, we are 4 games back as the Trash Pandas. And the Trash Pandas lose the first 3 games of the set. So, not going to happen winning the second half of this division. So we will go ahead, take a little look into the end of the Scorpions season. They're playing the Yankees. Dylan Moore's become a big part of this team with all of the trades and injuries and whatnot, and unfortunately, he can't get the job done. So Matthew Lugo also getting a bigger role since the trade deadline, and unfortunately, he can't get the job done either. So moving to the bottom of the 9th, it is Ryan McMahon who bunts the winning run home. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me in an MLB The Show game, but Yankees win 1-0. Jordan Montgomery gets the loss. He is 1-5 on the season. The Bees go 66-84, our AAA affiliate. They do not make the playoffs, as I told you they would not. Now, although the Trash Pandas finished the second half 32-37, they did win their division in the first half of the season and make the postseason. Hasn't been a good second half for the Trash Pandas, but we're going to take a look at these playoff games. 5-3 Barons, and they're looking to close it out. Coffee is dealing. Luis Lantigua trying to get a job done, not going to be able to. 2 on, 2 out. Rocket City's got a shot. They just need a jack here. Ryan Nicholson's probably not the guy to get a jack, but maybe he can keep the game going. There's a ground ball, easy out, and the Barons win game number 1. They are 1 game away from knocking us out. Cade Anderson just couldn't do a good enough job. 4 1/3 innings pitched. He gave up 3 earned. As a Mariners fan, I want to see him do better, but unfortunately the Trash Pandas are eliminated as I go to see if we can get a jump in this next game, but we got killed 5-1. Scorpions, in their last series of the year, they are taking on the Texas Rangers, the rival Rangers. And Kyron Paris goes down swinging in the bottom half of the 8th. He's a guy auditioning for a starting role next season, really. So is this man, Oswald Peraza, getting a hit up the middle. Now that's not something I see very often. RAZE Iglesias getting brought into the game, 42 saves in 50 opportunities this season. He's had a good year. Here's a steal attempt, and that's going to work out. Daniel Susak at the plate with Peraza on second, and Susak takes this one out to right field. That one is back, and it will hit in and bounce over the wall for an RBI automatic double. 9th double of the year for Susak, and Dylan Moore, unfortunately, will strike out and get thrown out on the pass ball. Kyron Paris in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Kyron Paris takes it out to right field, and it is caught. Into extra innings we go. Gio Urshela, probably the newest member of the Scorpions, having been brought in after all them trades. He couldn't get the job done either, but Lugo will take the opportunity to hit one into center field in the bottom of the 11th, and that brings across the game-winning run for the Scorpions. Albuquerque getting a 4-3 win. Yimi Garcia gets the win. Jose Cornel takes the loss for the Rangers. And the Scorpions, going into their final game of the year, there's a strikeout. And the Rangers get a very hard-fought rain win. And Raisel Iglesias' 43rd save. Matthew Boyd goes to 10-10. Alec Marsh 8-12. And the Scorpions finish 59-103. They will not be making any postseason run this year. As a matter of fact, this is the best I can show you. They were first in stolen base percentage. There you go. I mean, that's something, because they were not very good in slugging, not very good at defense, 90 errors for the team, not very good in ERA, 23rd in the league, and our contract goal is to reach the postseason. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be ready to do that by year 3, but we'll see. We'll see if we are. Blue Jays win the East. Rays will make the playoffs as a wild card. Tigers win the Central. The Royals end up missing the playoffs with 88 wins. We gave them a bit of players, and those players did not help them. The Athletics, 99 wins. Mariners and Astros will both make the wild card. And there you see, Mariners will be wild card 1, Astros 2, Rays 3, and the Royals finish 1 game out of the wild card. Braves win 100 games in the National League. Phillies will make the wild card. Mets make the wild card with only 84 wins. Cubbies win 100 games. They win the Central. Nobody else in the Central was even close to them. 26-game lead there. Dodgers win the West, and the Padres make the wild card, 6 games back. Diamondbacks finish a couple games out of the wild card, I'd imagine, if the Mets made it at 84. Let's take a look at some of these stats for the season. Daniel Susak hit 226. Tomas Nido hit 229. So we didn't get much from the catcher position. Nolan Schanuel, our captain, 263 on the season, 18 homers, 57 ribbies. Kyron Paris hit 205. He did hit 10 homers. I mean, I didn't expect that, but he did do it. Dylan Moore hit 193. I don't think we'll be bringing him back. Vaughn Grissom hit 258 and 3 homers, 11 ribbies. He did all that in the beginning of the year in 33 games. I would have liked to see what his season would have ended up like. Gio Urshela, 234, 4 homers. Orlando Arcia, 205. He had 14 homers on the season. Not a lot of really good batting going on. Oswald Peraza, 228. That is a career high. We got to give him a little credit there. That is a career high. 263 for Jason Dominguez. That is also a career high. 7 homers, 30 ribbies. He didn't play a lot of games. He got hurt a bunch. Would have liked to see what he could have done. Matthew Lugo hit 288. Our best average that I've seen. Jose Siri hit 185 with 4 homers. Kind of surprised he hit 4 homers. But not great. Nick Morabito was up for 13 games as a September call-up. He had a 189 average. He wasn't very good. Alex Call hit 231. He played 96 games for us. And as far as the pitching is concerned, I won't super bore you with crazy stats. As you can see, there was not a lot of good ERAs here. 808 from Mitch Ferris. I do want to show that because that is just terrible. In the pen, Brock Burke had the best ERA we had to offer. Kenley Jansen, he was great. I mean, he was really good for us as a closer. It really helped to have him, or we would have really not won much. Here's our top prospects list. Joshua Lugo is our #1 prospect in the organization. Cade Anderson, Francisco Renteria, Felnin Celestin, Lazaro Montez, Yusniel Valentin, Ryan Clifford, Douglas Finnegan, and Gabriel Davalillo make up your top 10. We'll look at the awards. MVP goes to Brent Rookery at 50 bombs this year. His teammate Nick Kurtz hit 46, and that is how the A's end up being the #1 seed in the AL, I guess. Gunnar Henderson also up there, so pretty good race for MVP. Cy Young goes to Garrett Crochet, a 3.26 ERA, 13-8. George Kirby got robbed, 100%. I mean, why are we giving this to just strikeouts? Nobody does that in real life. A 2.79 ERA and 17 wins, you got to give it to him. Jeremy Pena wins the batting title at 341. That's cut and dry. I mean, he had the best batting average by far. Reliever of the year goes to Kyle Bradish. 2.04 ERA. He had 45 saves. He was a closer for the team. Kind of nuts. Kevin McGonigal wins Rookie of the Year. I'm not at all surprised by that. 23 homers, 62 ribbies. Coming up a year later than real life, as far as our universe is concerned. Hank Aaron Award goes to Jeremy Pena. 341, 30 bombs, man. Tajik Skubal wins MVP in the National League. 21-6 with a 2.96 ERA over Juan Soto and Ronald Acuna, who hit 47 and 46 homers, batting over 300 apiece. He easily then wins the Cy Young over Yamamoto and Paul Skeens. Austin Riley wins the batting title at 326. I guess was a slightly better 326 than Bryce Harper's 326, but hey, you know, this game isn't prepped for ties. Cade Smith wins Reliever of the Year, 2.39 ERA, 47 saves, even though Joan Duran had 53 saves. Oof. Joshua Baez wins the Rookie of the Year over Orelvis Martinez and Carson Bench. 16 homers, 52 ribbies, and a 2.45 average. Bryce Harper wins the Hank Aaron Award. Gold Glovers. We have Brad Lord winning Gold Glove Pitcher in the National League. We'll go over the National League ones first before we get to the AL. Patrick Bailey wins it for the catcher as the only 1,000 fielding percentage. Bryce Harper wins it at first base. Bryson Stott wins it at second base. Mark Vientos wins it at third base over Ronnie Mauricio. Couple Mets there. Trey Turner wins it over Joey Ortiz and Nasim Nunez. Jake McCarthy wins Gold Glove at left field over Heriberto Hernandez and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. At center field, it's Michael Harris II over Jacob Young and PCA. And at right field, it's Dylan Cruz over Fernando Tatis and Sal Frelick. The American League, at pitcher, it's Matthew Boyd of the Texas Rangers over Jack Flaherty and Logan Gilbert. Alejandro Kirk wins it at catcher over Austin Wells and Big Dumpa. Josh Naylor, barely knower, wins it over Spencer Torkelson and Jonathan Aranda at first. At second, it's Brandon Lowe over Ernie Clement and Chase Meadroth. Maikel Garcia wins it at third base over Caleb Durbin and Ryan McMahon. Shortstop goes to Andres Jimenez over Bobby Witt and Colson Montgomery. Wyatt Langford wins it for left field over Tyler Soderbaum and Riley Green. Center field, it's Dalton Varsho and over Julio Rodriguez and Jake Myers. He's the only 1,000 guy there. Wilyer Abreu beats out Aaron Judge and Joe Adell for Gold Glove in the right field. Ironic that Joe Adell is a Seattle Mariner after robbing 3 of their home runs the other night in real life. Silver Sluggers, let's take a look at those. Ronald Acuna Jr. wins Silver Slugger DH in the National League. Hunter Goodman wins Silver Slugger Catcher in the National League. Matt Olson wins it at first base. Ketel Marte wins it at second base. Manny Machado wins it at third base. Willie Adames wins it at short. Outfield, we have Juan Soto for the Mets, Corbin Carroll for the Diamondbacks, and Kyle Tucker for the Dodgers. Looks like Kyle Stowers just misses out. For the American League, Brent Rooker wins Silver Slugger DH. Big Dumpa wins it at catcher, of course. Nobody gonna hit near 40 homers at catcher except him. Nick Kurtz wins it at first base. Great season. Brandon Lau wins it at second base. 35 homers for a second baseman is wild. Junior Caminero wins it for third base. Shortstop Gunnar Henderson winning it with 47 homers for a shortstop is wild. Riley Green in the outfield starts it off. Let's see if Laureano can get one. Julio Rodriguez wins one. And finally, Aaron Judge. So Ramon Laureano loses out. He is like your fourth place guy. Yordan Alvarez, probably your fifth place guy. Take a look at the bracket. Who do you think's going to win? Houston takes out Seattle. Tampa takes out Detroit. The Mets take out the Dodgers. The Padres take out the Phillies. Moving into the DS, the Athletics take out the Astros. The Rays take out the Blue Jays, so it'll be A's-Rays. The rhyming series. The Braves do win in 5 over the Padres, and the Mets win in 4 over the Cubbies. So it's the Braves and Mets, a division clash. In the ALCS, the Rays sweep it over the A's, and the Mets win in 6 in the NLCS over their rival Braves. So the Rays and the Mets in the World Series. Let's see. The Mets win game 1. They win game 2. They win game 3, and they sweep the Rays in the World Series. It is the New York Mets who are the 2027 World Series champions. And Juan Soto is your World Series MVP. He hit .556 in the series, hit a couple of home runs, and 8 ribbies in the 4 games. That's a pretty giant World Series for a sweep. The ALCS MVP will go to Jonathan Aranda, who had 4 homers, 10 ribbies, batted .361. Very, very nice for Aranda, leading that Rays team into the World Series. Unfortunately, it looks like the bats kind of went cold when they got there. And Juan Soto going to take it for the Mets. 8 homers, 11 ribbies, batted .382. He was absolutely their catalyst. But he had a little bit more of a supporting cast, it looked like, with Bo Bichette and Luis Robert playing very well. It's going to be time to advance to the offseason. In the very next episode, I hope you're excited. What moves do you think we should make? Obviously, we can't afford to sign any huge players, but what positions do you really think we should improve upon? Let me know in the comments section below.